Right. Well, here we are, back on the boat, finally. What a winter we've had. Anyway, we're just setting the camera up now. We've just got the one camera in position. We're in the marina, as you can see. I've got the outboards up and running. It's been running for about 5 minutes, so we should be okay, hopefully. Let's go and cast off, is it? Cast off? Untie the ropes. Or untie the lines. Or have they got a different name? Ropes, lines, tethers? Anyway, we're going to untie them. Then once they're untied, we're going to try and get out. Now, I've had great difficulty in steering this boat going backwards. For some own reason, it doesn't like going backwards. And when it does go backwards, the steering doesn't seem to work. It seems to take ages. I think a lot's to do with the fact is that the outboard is sort of fixed solid to the boat. It doesn't swivel, and the only way you can steer is with the actual rudder itself. So the boat does tend to want to go where it wants to go and not where I want it to go. Anyway, let's have a go anyway. So here we get, as you noticed, I'm doing a voiceover. Yes, I know I've got a microphone and it works, but if one forgets to plug it fully in, it doesn't work, does it? Anyway, so here we go then. Now, as you can see, we're leaving very, very slowly. And what I've got to do is try and get the boat to go to the right side. So that's interesting. Now, I know port is left and starboard is right. But if you're going backwards, is that the same? Anyway, somebody will explain that to me. So what we have to do is go out very slowly to get the boat. Once we got the boat turning, we can just open the throttle up a little bit, and then it'll take off. But it does take a little while. I have had an accident doing this. I did hit a boat once, so I do try to do it very carefully. As you can see, it just doesn't respond to the tiller at all. The tiller's the arm, isn't it? And the rudder is the bit at the bottom, isn't it? The tiller's at the top. Yeah, so there you go. So in fact, you seem to be doing it right. Anyway, here we go. Look, the boat's turning now. Look at that. We've got it going at long last. It just takes ages. It just wants to hover. And of course, if there's any wind blowing, that makes it even harder. So anyway, so I certainly I've got it working now. So here we go. So we go round like this. And then what we do now, it sounds silly. We don't go straight out. What I do is a big circle inside the marina, so the boat is actually facing the way, because believe it or not, I need to go out right in front of me there, not at the back. Can you see? There's the channel. So what I tend to do, I found the best way of getting this boat out is to take it round like this, then put it into forward gear, which is what we're going to do now, and then take the boat up into the marina and do a 360 and come out that way. It seems to go a lot better that way. So what we have to do is try and get right over to the port side. And then once we're over there, and we get up to the top of the marina, we can do a big circle. I'm glad I've got a big marina to play in, because if I had a small marina, I think I'd have given up by now. Anyway, here we go. So let's get right over as far as we can. Where are we? Not yet. Right, and then we swing all the way round. Look at that. The boat turns perfectly port to starboard, or round the left way, because the outboard's on that side, if that makes sense. So it does seem to go that better. I think when you're doing it the other way, I think the outboard, the engine, the propeller thrust hits the back of the rudder, because you've got the rudder that side, and I think that's why it just doesn't like it. It just doesn't want to turn that way at all. Anyway, so what we do now, see, we do a 360-degree turn, and then we head down to the bottom, and then we do a nice port turn again, and then we can start heading out of the marina. I was going to broadcast this live and let people talk to me live on the internet, but unfortunately, the internet service here is so bad. It just wouldn't work. So what I've decided to do now is I'll just record it in the normal way, but let you watch it in normal time. But it was a great experience. This is, I think, the third or fourth time I've got the boat out. The first 2 times was a total disaster. You know, I nearly pooed myself. but the last 2 times we've got out quite well, so I'm quite chuffed with that. So what we have to go down is now go down through the liner boats, and but only slowly. I found out everything, if I do it slowly, it seems to go a lot better. There we go. I think I'm a bit aggressive, aren't I? It's only when you look back at it, you see that you're waving the rudder around like a, I don't know, like a balloon. Just wave and wave. Anyway, here we go now. Look, we got it going in a straight line at long last. Anyway, we're going to head off to Sutton Straith, because no R. It's not Straith, it's Staith. There's a pub down there, and I'm going to treat myself to a pint of beer if I get there. I've allowed myself 45 minutes, so hopefully that won't take as long as that. Now we're moving quite well now, as you can see. I certainly can't do lip sync, can I? Oh dear, I wonder how they do that. So there we go. I think this camera position's quite good though, don't you? It shows the whole back. What I want to do now is actually put another camera, so what I can do is clip so you can see forwards, because what happens is I'll make a reference to say, oh look, there's a swan over there, and you can't see it because where if I had a camera that could point towards the swan, I could actually show you the swan. Anyway, we're coming to the end here, and we've now got to turn right, which is starboard. See, I'm getting good at it. I'm getting better. Getting better. Righty on then. Right, so we're going to turn right any second now. I have to be very careful here because there's 2 very large trees that overhang. And my mask, if I don't get in the right position, will actually hit the branches. So I have to sort of line it up spot on. There we go. See, I'm just checking the trees just to make sure we don't hit the tree, because... and also, we have to slow down now because we're actually coming out into the main river. And obviously what we don't want to do is collide with another boat, because the boat, mine's only a very small boat compared to most of the cabin cruisers that you've got on this canal. Anyway, do I just check left, check right, make sure there's nothing coming, everything clear? I think it is. It's not too long, this bit here. We've missed the trees, and then we do another turn to the starboard. Then once we're around here, we're on the main road. Oh God Almighty, main river, and we head up this way here. Look at that. So we turn around. I always come out this way and always turn to starboard, turn right. I must turn left and go into Stalham, which is behind me, because that's the main River Ant, which there you can see where it's coming up there now. So we're now in the main river bit here. So we can now speed the engine up a little bit and get a little bit of move on. There we are. It's going very well now, isn't it? Yeah, as I say, the boat's quite good. I'm very pleased. Tomorrow's the big day, though. Tomorrow's the day when I am going sailing. I'm going to try to sail it tomorrow. We're going to go up to the Broad, which is a lake. Not a very big lake, but big enough. Here we go. We sit back. Look at that. We get into our position there. Look. Oh, it's so comfortable. Might put my feet up in a minute. And we go along here. Keep going. It's not too far to go along. There was, we saw loads of wildlife. I haven't seen any beavers yet. We keep our eye open. Apparently there's beavers and otters around. I haven't seen any, but people have told me that. So that's where we're going to go. Keep going along here. We go along here for about 400 or 500 yards, and then we do a left for about 50 yards. Then we do a left again, and then we join the main river that goes down to Sutton Staith. Yeah, no R. I must remember. I keep saying Strath. It's not. It's Staith. Anyway, as you can see, the boat's going quite well now. I'm quite pleased. Oh, hey, look, I can even cross my legs. Totally relaxed now. Just could do with a glass of champers or something, couldn't we? Yeah. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Nice glass of something. Here we go. So, I haven't got my cushion out today, have I? Just sit on. Get that out tomorrow. Yeah, like a cushion. So, obviously I can't tell what I'm saying now because I can't lip read. Otherwise I could give you a total description. I'm sure I'm describing the trees and there were some, if I remember right, there were some geese, some bray legs. and some Chinese geese flying around, and there was a few other birds, but I'm not very good with. I haven't seen a kingfisher though. Really haven't seen a kingfisher. They are about apparently. So shall I finish this now, or shall I put music on, or shall I just carry on rabbiting? Obviously, he looks. I'm watching it with you and doing the talk over. He looks totally interested, doesn't he? He never stops talking. I've never known anybody like it. Once he gets going, and he's waving his hands. God dear me. How do you people watch him? I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored. Silly sod. Anyway, nobody behind us. No, that's safe. The upboard's going quite well. Yeah, I'm confused about this reversing. If anybody can give me any hints on how to reverse a yacht like this with a outboard that's offset, because being off, I'm sure that's what it is. Because if it's offset and you're going backwards, but you've got the rudder in the, the thruster must. I reckon the blade must affect it. It must affect the power to the blade. I don't know. Most probably somebody would do it. Anyway, so the only way I've overcome it is I don't turn that way. Just don't turn. I always turn to starboard. Seems to go a lot better that way. Yeah. Oh, we're just going to turn here. Look, I've just put my hand out. Look at that. So we're just going to turn now and do the crossing road, the crossing bit, crossing over to pick up the other river, which goes to Sutton Staithe. There, I said it right that time. Staithe. See, we're getting better. It was a nice sunny day. It was quite warm in the sun. Bit chilly later on, but it was quite warm in the sun, which was nice. He hasn't stopped talking still, has he? Anyway, look, I don't think the video will last much longer. So what we're going to do then is we'll just go around the next corner. We got one corner. This is too long, about 50 metres here, and then we have to turn to port again. And then when we turn to port, then we've got quite a long drag into the Staithe itself. As I said, I think a Staithe is the North Norfolk term for an inlet. It's just an inlet. You can't go no further. And most Staithes have a marina on the end. Whether they were man-made in the early days, like a lot of the Broads are, or whether they are part of the river network before the Broads were dug out for their peat, I'm not sure. Anyway, here we go. We're just going to turn around here now, and then we head down to the pub. There was not many craft. Well, there wasn't many craft on the water today. True, I saw a couple, but none of the big hire ones in the summer. Well, there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. But people have paid their money, so they've got as much right as what we have. So we just keep going down here. Anyway, look, we're going to sign off now. It was really, really nice to be back on the water again. As I say, tomorrow, sailing. Okay, signing off now. So don't forget, be kind. Be very, very kind to those animals.